This week in AMVs is brought to you by Chaotic Bad Raptor Productions. Yes, we really are just that awesome. Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me on another This Week in AMVs. I'm Nate, your host, and I want to welcome you to another Topic Tuesday. Topic Tuesday is where I talk about a topic pertaining to the world of music video editing. Topics can range from just about anything, as granular as how to work the pen tool in After Effects, to something as wide and broad as how do you put fun into making AMVs, and anything else in between. I'll cull from a list that I've created previously of different topics that I want to talk about, but could also be talking about topics that are brought up to me by you, the viewers. So please do keep sending your suggestions in, and then I'll keep talking about them. So, how about we delve into today's topic? And today's topic is something that is a little interesting to think of, and it's something that a lot of people don't necessarily put a whole lot of thought into, or they put a lot of thought into, and that actually is the topic of music, because as of course these are music videos, so music plays a pretty integral role in the whole music video part. I mean, you gotta have a song to mix in with your video to make a music video. And what I really want to talk about here is the idea of using what's called free music, or royalty-free music. Essentially, music that you can use without any problems. Open source music. It's something that I find really, really interesting. It's the idea of, you know, making a video using a song that YouTube isn't going to take your video down for using, or isn't going to get caught up in some type of other scare, or just about anything. I mean, for the most part, as long as you use this, you probably won't have any problems as far as copyright's concerned. Now granted, yes, there is the whole issue of whether or not using the actual video source in an AMV or any of these other types of fan-created music videos actually does, you know, is copyright infringement or anything like that, and that's not really what we're talking about here. Really wanting to get into the whole idea of using this royalty-free music. And I've had some time trying to search places to go pick up this type of stuff. Anybody who does video production outside of these fan-created video works, such as if you make movies or short clips or anything like that, you'll know that sometimes finding music that you can use for free can be really difficult. There's a lot of royalty-free music out there, and that's really the term. It's royalty-free. You can use the song without having to pay a royalty. Big movies pay a lot of money to use music made by big-name artists. It's just the way it works. If you want this song in this movie, you're going to have to pay me some bling. And so the idea of royalty-free music is there's no royalty fee. The creator of the song basically made it to be used however anyone decides to use it. And it's some of my favorite music, actually. I do like, you know, your standard mainstream type of stuff, but a lot of this royalty-free music is very similar to fan-created music. And of course, when I'm talking royalty-free in this sense, I'm meaning more it's really free, it's open source. You don't have to pay any money for it. Because after all, there are royalty-free songs that you still have to pay for. A couple of sites, if you search royalty-free music on Google, you'll find a lot of different websites that sell you this royalty-free music. And you say, oh, hey, this song kind of sounds pretty good. Sure, I want to use it. You go to try and download it. And what's this? 50 bucks? 50 bucks to use this song royalty-free? Essentially, you're purchasing that song to use however and whenever you want. And a lot of people, a lot of musical artists do make money this way. And there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. It's just for my sake, at least if I want to make a music video that's fan-created using this type of stuff, I really don't want to pay 50 bucks for a song when I could technically pay 10 bucks or even just $1 to download the song itself and use it if I wanted to use something that isn't necessarily royalty free, or if I don't want to get permission for. And that's kind of the whole point, is I'm paying paying $50 in order to get the permission to use this song whenever and wherever I choose. Now, there are other songs, there is other websites that actually give you completely free music. There are actually 2 sites that I know of that are some of my favorite sites. The first one that you can look into is actually archive.org. That's right, the Internet Archive has an audio section on there that you can download music for free. And not only can you just download a lot of this music, a lot of the music there you can use for free too. Though you really need to pay attention to any rights disclaimers or anything that's actually printed on the song page to make sure you're doing everything completely kosher. It could take a little bit getting used to, and honestly the searching features and stuff on archive.org I find pretty atrocious, so it can be a little difficult finding something that's good, or at least something that isn't like 100 years old. Though it really is kind of interesting trying to delve through a lot of this older music and older recordings that archive.org has. It's really kind of cool. So go check it out sometime. You may just be kind of surprised what you find there. But for me, the site that I really love to go to, the place that has a lot of music that I find really, really good and has a lot of indie artists that you wouldn't necessarily know about, and some artists that have become more mainstream nowadays but had gotten their start there, is freemusicarchive.org. One of the things that freemusicarchive.org does is that every single song that's uploaded there generally has a Creative Commons licensing. Basically, you can just go through and very quickly you can tell whether or not a song is free to use in any way, shape, or form. A lot of the early podcasts that I did for This Week in AMVs, a lot of times the closing music and some of the opening music and things like that actually came from freemusicarchive.org, and for the most part, all they really want is that you attribute the song to that artist by linking back to their page there on freemusicarchive.org. And there's some really good stuff there. I found a lot of really good chip tunes. It got me into a couple of different types of chiptune music that I'd never heard of before. I never heard of mixing funk with chip tunes to make something really kind of interesting and cool. There's some cool rock music, some electronic music. There's a lot of electronic music. I've found all different types of stuff there. Now, it can be a little daunting because there is a lot of stuff to be found there, and it can take a little bit getting used to actually searching based off of the genres and what actually constitutes a genre. What's the difference between electronica and electronic, or chip tunes or chip, and just trying to figure out what the difference is between those so that you can download the right thing and maybe hear some of the right music. But it's still kind of interesting to go through and actually check out all of these songs. And yes, a lot of it isn't all that great. But there's a lot of it that's really, really good. And of course, you got to do some digging in order to find that. And that's just the way all this stuff is. It just takes a little bit of time. There's some songs here that I've found on freemusicarchive.org that I want to use in future AMVs. I just haven't gotten around to making them yet. And that's kind of something that I want to implore all of you to try. Find something that's free. Find something that you can use and make something with it. Make a video with it. If you have done something like that, I want to see it. If you made a video using royalty-free music in some way, shape, or form, or have gone to Free Music Archive, downloaded something and used it in your project, I want to know about it. Please, reply in the comment sections below, here on YouTube or on the website, and you can send them my way via Twitter, just like anything else. I want to see what songs and what videos that you've made using this type of music. And of course, as soon as I get mine up, I'll be sure to post those as well. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, send them my way. And I am more interested in your opinions on royalty-free music. And to be honest, what do you think about the whole idea of royalties and having to pay money in order to use these songs and things like that. Do you believe in actually doing it? Do you think it's maybe highway robbery? I don't know. I want to hear what you have to say. So please do go ahead and leave a comment and let me know. And of course, because this is the end of the episode, I want to thank you guys for joining me again, and I hope to see you again next time. This is Nate, signing off.